What's going on, everybody? This is the Give Me the Points podcast. I am your host, Soup, along with my co host, Tyler, and it is week one. It is time. We've officially gotten here. Bills Rams is 24 hours away. It is Wednesday, September 7th, and we're going to cover the week one spreads as well as over unders to kick us off for the season. We'll start with this song.
It's like serotonin.
The only thing I can think of when I hear NFL on Fox, man, is that stupid fucking robot.
Yeah, instantly. Punching the screen.
Yeah, dude, I just think of the robot, and obviously Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. But
It's going to be weird, isn't it, without them?
I don't know. We're here.
I'm sure when we were kids watching football, there was a different A team, but as long as I can remember, it's been them.
Yeah. A lot of people like Tony Romo. Tony Romo was fun for the first season for me.
I still like him.
Okay, he's not bad, but it's just it gets old, man. It's over and
it was
over.
better the first season because the first season it was genuinely interesting hearing all the insight. But now you know you're getting it from him, so
yeah, I don't know. And now he's getting paid.
Oof.
Absolutely paid. But yeah, man, week one's here. Week one of college football's in the books. I know we didn't really post plays. Week one of college football is real wonky. It was better to not try and win money and end up losing money. Get a feel for the season and then get some plays out there. I know there's 3 top 25 matchups this week. We might post plays on Instagram, but I don't think we're going to cover them on the show because each matchup has a team that just got into the top 25 based off of their week one win. So
they come out and play good week 2, then start thinking legit. But if not, you don't know.
Yeah, how much do we really know about Tennessee after hanging 63 on Ball State?
Yeah.
Not a lot. But the matchups are Pitt, Tennessee, BYU, Baylor, and Kentucky, Florida. Those are your 3 top 25
I do think that'll actually be a good game, but
I do too. SEC rivals, man. It should be a good game. There's no reason it shouldn't be. One thing we did learn, Georgia's still really good.
Really good.
That young defense, there's not a lot of questions, man.
Okay, calling it now. Stetson Bennett doesn't win it, but he's at the Heisman Trophy ceremony.
Agreed. He looked, dude, I was on that kid's ass all year last year. He looked like a totally different quarterback, but that's because it's college, man. He's still a kid. Each year makes such a huge difference for them.
And now he's got confidence, and he's surrounded by 5-star recruits. I mean, literally surrounded by them.
Absolutely. Kirby Smart, man. Best recruiter in the game.
Yeah, you just got to get them in the
game. So, yeah, Georgia, really good. Number 2 team in the country. Ohio State. Dude, CJ Stroud, what was that?
I don't know. Maybe Notre Dame's better than we thought. Plus, it is week 1. No offense is firing on all cylinders, I mean, Georgia was, but against, that's a tough week 1 matchup. So I don't see why Georgia couldn't be number 1 in the country. All I'm saying is they won the national championship. Yes, they lose a bunch. They lost a bunch of players, but Alabama loses a bunch of players every year, and it never gets held against them. So why should it get held against Georgia? It's not being held against them. They're up to 2 now, but
correct. And I know I'm back to Georgia real quick. I know I mentioned him last year, but obviously, if you watch college football, you know who Brock Bowers is. I don't need to mention that name. We know who he is. Darnell Washington is an absolute freak of nature. 6'8", 280 tight end.
He is a large human.
He's a big boy, man. He's a big boy sophomore. 6'8", 280 sophomore.
Watching, what was his first name? Dan Lanning. I
Yes.
loved watching his face of like, look at this defense I helped recruit. Look at all these
Yeah.
players that I was a major part of the recruiting pitch. This is fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Enjoy that.
Mhm.
And then, as you know, obviously, you guys know I'm a Georgia fan. I'm also a Notre Dame fan. I don't want to talk about the Notre Dame Ohio State game, but damn it, I want to talk about how sweet it was to watch Brian Kelly fall flat on his face.
Mm.
I mean, they asked him at halftime when they only scored 7 points, and he was like, "Oh, we can't play much worse in the second half." But then again, it's my first week, so I don't know how good we really are. And if you didn't watch the game, LSU was getting the ball back with 3.5 minutes left. They muffed the punt inside the 10-yard line, then force a fumble on the 2-yard line, get the ball back, march 98 yards, score a touchdown as time expires, and then get the extra point blocked to lose to Florida State.
And then
Amazing.
your two most talented players wake up the next day and delete everything LFC off their social media.
I know. And did you see the report? So a reporter showed up late to the press conference the next day and asked Brian Kelly a question, and Brian Kelly said, "I'll answer your question when you show up on time." Did you see what the reporter said?
No.
He said, "I'll show up on time when you win a game."
Ooh. They actually both have fair points.
So good, dude.
It's very
So good.
unlikable, but yeah.
So good. But yeah, college week one, not a lot. Favorite. I mean, the big dogs ate. They dominated.
Yeah.
They came out to play. Clemson struggled early with Georgia Tech and then blew them out of the water. Still not sold on the Big Cinco. Not sold on DJ. Blah, 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 blah.
The freshmen will take over by midseason, I think.
Agreed. Agreed.
But I don't think it's going to be like 2018 where they named Trevor Lawrence the starter in time for Kelly Bryant to keep his red shirt. I don't think they're going to want that to happen because they're going to need Ugalele as a backup. So they're not going to want to lose mid-season. So it'll be mid-season, I think, that it happens. But
Saw a thing the other day. It was ranking top 10 Clemson players of all time. Deshaun Watson, number 10.
are they going? And I guess he didn't really win anything until the end, right?
Well, I mean, he still won a natty.
Yeah, you would think he'd top 5, right?
So Brian Dawkins was above him. Obviously, ETN was above him. Trevor Lawrence, number 1.
Yeah,
D-Hop and Sammy Watkins were 2 and 3, I believe.
What about CJ Spiller?
CJ Spiller was like 6 or 7.
Okay.
What's his name? Vic Beasley was like 4. God, was he amazing, huh?
Yeah, he was. Oh,
Oh
boy.
my God, was Vic Beasley good?
There's not like in college, you don't get many dominant sack men, because they haven't refined themselves yet. But he was so good.
He was one of them. Yeah, it was interesting. As soon as it came up and I was like Deshaun Watson, number 10, I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
No,
but all those guys that you listed were really recent. So I mean, but I would put him at least above a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he led you to a natty. He was a dominant quarterback. But yeah, so interesting. All right, so we've got week 1, man. Full slate. This is just jam packed. A lot of good matchups. A lot of interesting matchups.
Yeah, it's honestly week 1's exciting, dude. It could be you're not going to be able to match up an entire NFL slate of duds, but it could be all duds, and I'd be like, hell yeah, week 1. But no, there are some phenomenal matchups.
Yes. We had our fantasy drafts 2 days ago.
Good time.
I was presented with both of my trophies as the defending champ in both leagues. No big deal. Discount double champ. No, not to my own. No big deal. But yeah, dude. So I've been waiting for this day, like the eve of, even though it's only Thursday night, what a banger to start the year.
Oh my gosh.
Just give me the Super Bowl favorite from the NFC and the Super Bowl favorite from the NFC and smash them together on a Thursday night
game. Week 1 matchup.
Like we thought we were spoiled last year when we got Dallas and Tampa,
which was good,
an amazing game.
But this
is next level. I mean, one of these teams is starting out 0-1. So
and it's going to be the Rams because we're looking at the Gabe Davis coming out party.
I don't know. I've got some questions about the Bills early in the season. Let's hop
Yeah,
in. All right,
but
we'll hop
mhm,
into it. Bills
okay.
Rams tomorrow night. When you're listening to this tonight, Rams getting 2.5 points at home. Over under sitting at 51.5. Plead your case.
Josh Allen, MVP, 48 total touchdowns. Just I'm so just in on
All
the
in.
Bills.
All
Like
in. Yeah.
the Rams are amazing. So this isn't a love the Bills to cover in this matchup, but this is like they're my Super Bowl favorite. So how am I going to call them my Super Bowl favorite and not think they can win by a touchdown week 1 even against the defending champs? And the other thing that has me swaying Bills, this Stafford Elba thing could be nothing or it could be a big deal. And I honestly could see either. And I don't know. And one quarterback's got a slightly unknown something issue, and one is an absolute 8 foot tall farm boy who is just going to throw his body into anything he needs to and just ball out. It should be an awesome game, though, honestly.
Yes.
27-24, someone.
Yeah. Yeah. So the over under, I think, is just spot on. I think it's a
Yeah.
perfect number right here. So I don't necessarily like either side of the over under. We're opposites here. I actually like the Rams to cover the 2.5 here. I don't mind buying the hook and getting the Rams at a +3. There's two things that that really not really concern me, but two things that I'm questioning about the Bills early in the season. And they're two strengths that they had last year. One being their offensive line. Do I think their offensive line is going to be bad? Not at all. But they do have a lot of new faces on the offensive line. Going up against a Rams defensive line that can make the best offensive line in all of football look miserable. So I think Josh Allen, if it were anybody but Josh Allen back there, I'd easily take the Rams here. But
Yeah.
Josh Allen has that ability. I mean, he's and I hate to say it. I mean, it's Roethlisberger in his prime, dude. His ability to extend plays, and he's even better with his legs than
Oh,
Roethlisberger.
gosh, yeah.
But
And an even stronger arm. He's
his
got a literal
ability to
bazooka.
avoid sacks, extend plays, yes, it's great. But what really has me concerned is Tre'Davious White not being on the field week 1. Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, Van Jefferson's a no-go, I believe.
Yes, he is.
So what? Tutu Atwell is that their third receiver right now?
Yeah, that top two is pretty damn
Well, yeah,
good.
yeah, right. Cooper Kupp, AR at home. That place is going to be absolutely insane. All the hype, Aaron, dude. There's something about this Rams team that I think it's going to be such a good game. I think buying a half point to the Rams +3 is the appropriate play here. But since we don't see eye to eye, I'm okay with a pass here. I'm okay with looking at player
Enjoying your
props for
game.
this game.
Yeah.
So we'll get something on the game. Player props will be the action on the game, and just enjoy football. Just enjoy the game itself and
Here's my
everything.
specific prediction. Von Miller will have a strip sack against the team he just won a Super Bowl with.
Oh, buddy. Revenge. Not even a revenge game. I mean,
Not
they
a
gave
revenge
him life
game.
and gave him a ring, so it's not really a revenge game. They got
No,
him
just
paid.
I'm still a baller type move.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'll say, okay. All right. So you're going to get my prediction. Allen Robinson has 8 catches for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Because AR is going up against a number 3 corner tomorrow night. That's a disaster. Nobody wants to put their number 3 corner on Allen Robinson.
No, if he's going to catch, I'm going to say like 5 touchdowns on fades alone this season.
Yeah, he's gonna be an absolute beast in the red zone. All right, let's get into the Sunday slate. We'll kick it off here. Steelers at Bengals. Bengals -6.5. The over/under sitting at 44.5. I'm interested here because we were both high on the Ravens. So not that we're down on the Bengals, but we're high on the Ravens, and you were kind of high on the Steelers. So I'm interested to see where your head's at in this week 1 matchup.
I think the Steelers will be fine because they're the Steelers. I think this is an ass whooping. That's what I think. I mean, like 10-point win.
Okay.
You know, I don't think they're going to come shellac them by 30, although they could. But I honestly like Bengals minus. I know minus 6.5 is a lot for a division game between these two, but like,
Yeah, you
where
want to use the cliche, and when these two teams play, you throw the records out the window.
I can buy that for Steelers and Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
But this now, tell me on paper. I'm just curious off the top of your head, where are the Steelers better than the Bengals? What position group? Because I can't think of one.
Safety, but that's in the secondary, so no.
And that's closer than I
hang
think
on.
I mean, Jesse Bates is Minka way better? If you say he's better, sure, I'll give you that one.
You could argue defensive. You could argue the front seven.
You could argue it, sure.
Yeah, you could argue. Okay, so not the offensive side of the ball. Quarterback, Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Run
offensive
game,
line.
Bengals.
Now that they've fixed it, assuming it gels decently.
Yeah. O-line, Bengals. Wide receiver core, Bengals. So the Bengals across the board are a better team at every position offensively.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I guess you could argue the front seven as a whole based off the fact that you do have TJ Watt and Cam Hayward.
Yeah.
But yeah, secondary as a whole, I'll give that to Cincinnati as well.
And it's in Cincy. I don't know. This Super Bowl hangover for the loser, like, it tends to be a thing. I don't look at Joe Burrow and see Super Bowl hangover coming. Do you? He plays with the perfect amount of cockiness, like the exact amount you'd want from your quarterback. He honestly doesn't give me douche vibes. He get like a Manziel when he was just so full of himself for no reason. Burrow just gives me like, I love playing this game and I love being a good quarterback and I know I am. And guess what? I got some damn good playmakers around me.
Right. There's a difference between arrogance and confidence.
Yeah, because you also see the way he interacts with players on the other team and stuff. He's real nice and respectful. He's just very confident in himself, and he has a good time.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's confident in his ability. Johnny Manziel was arrogant. There's a difference between the two. So, okay, hear me out. As far as the over-under goes, I kind of like the under.
I actually thought that too because I don't know how much the Steelers are going to score.
No, I could see it like a 27-14 game, 27-13.
Yeah.
I think I like the under as a play in this game. I do think the Bengals win this game. 6.5 just scares me as far as a late cover goes.
Yeah, there is the backdoor cover where I do think they'll be up by at least a touchdown most of the game. But yeah, that is scary. I mean, because you can go from, up 13 or up 10 comfortably leading, and then they drive down the field for some garbage that doesn't actually affect the game.
So the big money as well as the sharp money is on the under actually here. You've had two sharp pushes on the under, and as far as the bets go, you got 50% of the bets. So the bets are split evenly between the over-under, but 71% of the money is coming in on the under. So it seems as if the professionals agree with me here. I do like the under 44.5. Are you cool with we agree on the under?
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Okay. So we'll do, we're going to keep it, KISS here. Keep it simple, stupid. Week 1, we're not going to go absolutely ridiculous. We're not throwing 5-unit plays on every single thing. We got to get a feel for these teams and really see what the action is. But as far as this play, I like the under 44.5 and the Bengals Steelers. And we'll say 1.5 units on that. Okay, that seems reasonable. 1.5 units on the under. All right, next game, baby. Two teams that we've got a lot of expectations for here.
Yeah.
Eagles at the Lions. The Lions getting 3.5 at home. The over-under at 48.5.
Everything feels about right here. The line and the over under.
I think another game where I think I'm siding with the under. Um, but I like the Eagles. I like buying the half point and taking the Eagles -3 here. I think
Yes.
it's more likely that the Eagles, hang sorry, drop them by double digits here than the Lions winning this game outright or keeping it close.
Yeah. No, because we like the Lions, but we're, division winning high on the Eagles. So,
Correct. A lot of hype behind them going into this year. And I think they're going to come out and they're going to show why there's a lot of hype on the Eagles here. I like Jalen Hurts in this game. Can't wait to see the chemistry between him and AJ Brown that everybody's talking about.
oh yeah.
I think Dallas Goddard is going to eat the middle of the field against this Detroit team, and the Eagles defense is legit. That is a legit front seven, and in order to limit the Lions and stop the Lions, there's one guy that you got to focus on. That's Mr. Swift.
Hmm.
And I think that the Eagles front seven will hold him in check here. So I do like the Eagles -3 at a -115 because them to cover the 3 is at a -105. So the Eagles -3 at -115. I'm in on that.
Yeah. No, I like that a lot because I had written down Eagles -3.5, but -3 does sound a lot better.
Absolutely. Buy that hook. Listen, guys, you'll never kick yourself for buying the hook. Yeah, you might lose or you might win a little bit less money. You're always going to kick yourself when you don't buy that hook. And it's the difference between a push and a loss.
Yeah.
So buy the hook, man. I'm not telling you to buy, 2.5 points or anything like that. Just buy the half point, get the Eagles to cover the field goal. So Eagles -3 at -115. I like that as well for 1.5 units.
Yeah.
All right. Stinkers. The Texans, the stinky Texans. Colts at the Texans. The Colts are getting the Texans are getting 7.5 points here. The over under at 45.5. This is your division. This is your wheelhouse. Where are you at on this game?
So I have two things I like. Again, I don't know that I love anything week one because it's week one.
Right.
But I have two things I like. So whichever, getting your opinions on them. I like the under. Um, and I also like buying the Colts to -6.5, and it's still only at -130 because I think they win by at least a touchdown. But I like the under a lot.
Dude, those are if you guys are seeing a trend here, the first 3 games we've covered on Sunday, all 3 of them are siding with the favorite as well as siding with the under. This is not planned, but we're common thinking here. So I looked earlier, and I'm not afraid to do a teaser week one.
Okay.
I like putting the Colts into a 5-point teaser to get them down to -2.5 with 2 other favorites later on in this later on.
Yeah. Okay. I love that because they're
Okay.
winning the game.
Right.
I mean, you
So
don't win this game, you're not a division champ. So
getting the Colts to -2.5. So I'm not gonna tell you the teams, but this 3-team 5-point teaser will be at +180.
oh,
Yes.
I have a feeling I can look at the lines and figure out the other teams, but we'll get
Yes.
to them when we get to those games.
But they're super advantageous positions as far as quarterback matchups.
Yeah.
So yes.
Well, unless in one of them you're forgetting the guy across the field is indeed elite, but
No, that's one of them, and I'm not buying that. So that leads us into the next game. We'll just cover those 2 games first here. So that's the Ravens at the Jets. The Jets getting 7.5. The over under at 44.5. Similar lines, over under off by 1. Similar thought process here.
okay, because I'm actually not going to lie to you. I had feelings on the Jets getting that many points at home, going to be an improved team. Not good team, but improved team.
If
But
Zach Wilson were under center.
You telling me Joe Flacco can't still play good for a week? I'm fully on board, by the way, with the Ravens winning the game by at least field goal for the part of a teaser. Absolutely. I thought 7.5 is a lot for, you know, a week one road game when the team at home I think will at least be better than they were. But if I can avoid that feeling completely and the Ravens go into a teaser, I love that.
I'm looking at something real quick just that popped into my head here.
Okay. Because the one thing the Jets have, I mean, they've got weapons. They absolutely have weapons.
Okay, all right. Give me a number here. How many points has the Ravens scored in week 1 in the last 4 years?
147.
174.
Oh, wow.
Buddy. They hang numbers week 1. So 2018 they beat the Bills 47-3. 2019 they beat the Dolphins 59-10. 2020 they beat the Browns 38-6.
Oh, my God.
And last year they actually took an L to the Raiders 33-27. But the Ravens score points week 1. And that is not a fluke. That's just like that's the same thing as their preseason record under Harbaugh, man. It is not a
So
fluke. He
if
has his boys ready to play week 1.
so if the Jets can score 13 points or something like that, then the over is pretty much
So
guaranteed to hit.
what I'm looking at right now, I'm going to pull it up at now that I'm thinking about it. I want to look at the Ravens. So off the top of the head here, 7.5, that brings it down to 37. You split that in two. That's 18. So the Ravens are going to be somewhere around like 26.5, 27.5 team points.
Yeah.
Let's see. If that's the number, I think maybe the play actually is the Ravens team total over. Let's see, where's it at? Alternate points, alternate spread, first drive, winning margin, home team total, away team total points, 26.5.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, I think I like that.
I like that a lot.
Okay. So did we just want to? We'll say that maybe the Jets hang around, and we'll just take the Ravens to score at least 27.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So cancel that 3-team teaser. We'll make it a 2-team teaser. And we'll just take. Okay. Yeah. So okay. Good. Sold. Ravens over 26.5 team total points here. Good.
I'm
All right.
fully behind that.
That's minus 110. I like that. I really like that. I think it's a 2-unit play.
Yeah. Yeah, that which is pretty big for week 1.
26.5, 2 units, Ravens over 26.5. All right. Here we go. Pat's going into Miami. Miami favored by 3.5. The over-under at 46.5. Not going to convince me otherwise. The under is the play in this game.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I like the Dolphins kind of. I love the under.
The under's the play here, guys. It's supposed to be rainy and ugly and shitty weather, and it's Miami, and it's this New England offense that all reports are that it's going to be bad against a good Miami defense. And guess what else is good? The Patriots defense. The Pats will take away your recipe to beat them and make you beat them somewhere else. So Tyreek Hill is going to be locked down. And not lockdown. I mean, you can't
You know what the interesting thing about Tyreek Hill is? He's that special brand of athlete where his good trait is so good that like they could lock him down, but he could
still break one.
Yeah, because you can't fully lock down the fact that you could be in perfect position and that man could literally just be too fast to tackle.
I got
do nothing wrong.
I got a little excited there. All right. I got a little pumped up selling this under. You're not going to lock Tyreek down. It's just not going to happen.
No.
But contain him and make him the focal point.
Could you lock Tua down and not let him get Tyreek the ball? Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, the under here, man, under 46.5. I don't see how that's not the best play in this game.
No, I'm surprised it's not down closer to 40, to be honest.
I was expecting 41 or 42.
Yeah,
I think
no,
there's a lot of hype and a lot of faith in Miami's offense.
yeah.
But yeah, I really like the under 46.5.
I mean,
So
a 20, if I can get 24-21 as still hitting the under, I don't even think it'd be that high scoring, but that's nice.
all right, I'm glad we agree on that. I'm glad we
Oh yeah.
agree on loving that. I don't man, here's another one that I really like, and it's a short favorite at home. Browns at Panthers.
Yeah.
Panthers only giving up 1.5. The over under at 41.5.
This is the definition of a revenge.
Revenge. Yes. Yes.
This the Panthers are winning this game.
Agreed. Agreed
Some
completely.
fluke could happen and they could only win the game by one, but they're probably winning the game by a lot more than one.
So the money line would be the play at a minus 130.
Yeah, yeah, because they're definitely winning. I mean, Baker's not losing this game.
No, I mean, dude, um, yeah, we like the Panthers this year, and that plays into this.
Mhm.
But at home, Christian McCaffrey healthy, DJ Moore with his best quarterback of his career in Baker, Baker having a revenge game, and Carolina's who their defense played really well to start the year last year.
Mhm.
Now don't get me wrong,
Honestly,
the Browns
they're
defense is no joke,
no, but
which
this
feeds
kind of
into the over under being at 41.5. I mean, it's wildly low.
yes, it is.
But I do, yeah, Panthers minus 1.5 here. Um, call it a simp play, call it whatever you want. I think that's the play.
No, yeah, it is.
All right, Panthers. And that, I mean, I think that's the extent of the plays that I really feel strongly about. I feel very strongly about the 1 o'clock games. That gets us into the 4 o'clock games. You got the 49ers at the Bears. The Bears getting 6.5, the over under at 40.5. The Bears are going to stink, but I don't know what we're really going to get out of the 49ers with Trey Lance in his, first week one start.
Yeah.
News came out today, George Kittle doing George Kittle things, fucking screwed his groin up on Monday, and they don't know if George Kittle is going to go. Over under at 40.5. I could see San Fran winning this game 17-3, or I could see it being 24-21. So I don't like the over under here. I really don't like a play on this game at all.
No, if I had to pick something, I would actually take the Bears to cover because I don't know
I
that
agree.
we did miss. I think we missed 2 1 o'clock games: Saints,
What?
Falcons, and Jags and Redskins. Right?
I thought the Jags Redskins was a 4 o'clock game. My condolences.
They got straight 1 o'clock games all year.
Okay. All right. My bad. And Saints Falcons, I didn't see a line. I must have missed that line on FanDuel. What's the line at?
It's got Saints at minus 5.5, and the over under at 42.5. I like the under. Don't love it, but I like the under.
Yeah, I kind of like the Saints to just cover.
Yeah, or that. Yeah, the Falcons aren't gonna be very good.
I'm not super sold on it, but okay, we'll talk about it. I mean, we'll talk.
Yeah, no, I
talk
mean
Saints
that's
Falcons here. So we agree we would lean the Bears plus 6.5 here, but not strong enough to put money on it.
yeah, no, I wouldn't want to make a play on that game.
Okay. All right. So Saints Falcons. Drake London back to practice. You get Marcus Mariota at quarterback, running back Cordero Patterson / Quadri Allison / Tyler Algier. But then you have the Saints. You got Jabbo. You've got Michael Thomas. You got Chris Olave. You got Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
First game post Sean Payton.
Yeah, I mean,
What do we expect?
Well, see, the good thing is, like, it's post Sean Payton, but you still got the same culture from,
Right.
hiring from within.
Right.
So I doubt things change that much. Of course, everybody's going to put their own spin on things, and you're not going to have his, innovative genius.
Yeah.
But the Falcons stink.
Yeah, the Saints are one of those teams, man, where, like we talked about it earlier on when we did our preseason show. Would I be surprised if they busted out a 10-7 record? Absolutely not.
No.
Would I be
no.
surprised if they went 6-11? Probably not, honestly.
No, but I definitely think they're better than the Falcons.
I do. I like the Saints defense. I'll tell you that much. They are
Yeah.
very, very good, which plays into your under suggestion. I'm not completely sold on either one of these teams and don't really know what to expect, so I wouldn't mind a pass on this game.
Oh, I would too. Yeah, no,
Okay.
those are two other teams that I don't know. I feel like they're usually close games, or if they're
Right.
not close games, one team's win one. They split the series on the season regardless of the record and the.
But those were also Matt Ryan. So
Yeah, they were. They
what are we
were.
gonna yeah,
They were.
I don't know what we're gonna get out of Atlanta.
Me
No
either.
idea.
No.
All right. I'm sorry, I almost skipped your game.
Oh, that's
Um,
fine. I mean, I don't.
the Jags at the Commanders. The Commanders, I got them at -2.5, the over-under at 43.5. I'll tell you what, man, I like the Jags to win this game.
I do too. I like the +2.5 at
Yeah.
-105.
I don't mind buying a hook and taking them at +3, actually. I do
Oh,
like
we
the
never
Jags.
mind that.
I do like the Jags to win this game, but I like the +3. And I'll always tell you, if you like a team to win the game, if you're getting 3 points, you always take that 3 points.
Yeah.
Don't be greedy. Don't chase the plus money. Chase the win. Chase the money in your pocket. So
Yeah,
I do like
I
the
like
Jags to
them to
cover.
win the game too. I mean, Doug, like, I was reading even more reports today. We won't make this a long Jags rant, but you know how I've hammered on Urban Meyer wasn't just like kind of a
Oh,
bad
yeah.
coach.
Listen. Speak your truth. Go
It
ahead.
was the most dysfunctional. I mean, they said there's like, they did the anonymous NFL executives. There's ones that were saying, like, watching the tape and like watching Trevor Lawrence's rookie season, like, obviously there were some wow throws. No one will deny the physical talent. But they basically said, even watching the sideline, like, it basically looked like him and like, no one was getting coached. No one was, I mean, no rookie comes into the NFL as a quarterback, especially on a bad team, and like doesn't need help. You got to learn how to develop and read an NFL defense and this and that. And his throws where he forced it, I don't care about that. You're a rookie. You kind of need to learn what you can do and can't do with your arm talent. Then moving past that, it's about when to try things, where to try them. And like, I'll tell you what, I was not sour on it at first because I really wanted Byron Leftwich, really wanted him. But
Yes.
like, Dougie P's a pretty good damn coach.
Dude, he took Carson Wentz to an MVP season before getting
And
hurt.
yeah, and he knows quarterbacks and he knows offense. I can't think of
You know what quarterback he knows better than any other quarterback? The one he's facing on Sunday.
yes. Yeah, that too. Yeah.
There's not a coach in the NFL who knows Carson Wentz better than Doug Peterson.
No. And the Jags frustrated them last week of the season last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's again, I'm not like pounding the sneaky surprise wild card Jags team, but like I think they'll be okay. And I think they are going to win this game. I mean, I like Doug Peterson as an offensive mind, and he's a lot of time to prep Trevor for this game.
Yeah, and listen, like, so the Jags don't have like sexy weapons,
No, but they're not bad
but
weapons.
they
Don't
gave
have
Trevor
dog shit
Lawrence
around.
an arsenal to play with.
Yes. Now there's
Christian
no
Kirk's
alpha
going to be
wide
good.
receiver one. Sure, that
Yeah,
helps. Those aren't easy to find because they're not usually switching teams. So
hey, Marvin Jones is a 2, worked out really well for a long time in Detroit, and I think Marvin Jones still has some in the tank. Obviously,
yes,
Zay Jones
Zay
came in.
Jones can get deep. No, he's
Yeah,
not an awesome receiver, but he gives him a deep threat.
sure does. Um,
Christian Kirk gives him a slot over the middle, move the chains guy. I mean, ETN and if whatever they get from James Robinson first half of the season, I'll count as a bonus.
yeah.
But I mean, that's not a bad 1-2 punch. Yes, ETN's unproven in the NFL, but he's got talent. I could see it in preseason. He's got good balance. He's got good center of gravity. He's fast. That's a fact.
Yeah.
They had no speed out of the backfield last year, and I love James Robinson, but there's no home run threat there. He's just a good, solid running back. Now they have a home run threat.
If there's
You know,
one thing that we've learned about in the NFL, and it plays true, man. Don't sleep on guys that have prior chemistry.
no, and they do.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence and
Whole
ETN
career
got the chemistry, man.
or 3 years anyways together.
Yeah, and we didn't even mention him, man. Evan Ingram, when he's on
Yeah.
the field, I
He's
mean, and I'm
not.
just going to give you from a fantasy aspect, because that's how we can grade him off his stats. When Evan Ingram is on a field, he was consistently a top 7 tight end fantasy wise in
Yeah.
the NFL.
Will he
So
definitely have the occasional drive-killing drop? Yes,
sure,
but he's better than anything they've had at tight end since Mercedes Lewis. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, the
and
Julius.
that's a young Mercedes Lewis too. So
Yeah,
it's been a
yeah.
long time.
What a career he's had for himself. But I mean, yeah, it's they've got like you said, they've got weapons. They don't have a like weapon,
No,
but
yeah,
they've the cupboard is not bare. What he has to work with this year in terms of coaching staff and what's around him compared to last year, their offensive line is also going to be pretty solid, which is very important for a quarterback or any team really. But
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
they're not running some 2022 Escalade out there, but they got a bunch of RAV4s.
yes, and guess what? They get you from point A to point B, and that's what I want this season. I
Yeah.
don't need to make it to the five-star resort, but if you get me to and home from work reliably every day and I don't hate my life by 4 o'clock every Sunday, if half of my Sundays are enjoyable, give me some blowout losses. I'm used to that. But if I got some close losses and somewhere between 7 and 9 wins, I would be so happy with that season.
All right, buying the hook, Jags +3.
Yes.
All
Okay.
right, you got me. I'm convinced. All
Okay.
right. One of the biggest games of the weekend, one game that I'm super excited for based off of how week 18 played out last year, man.
Oh,
Raiders at the Chargers. Chargers
Raiders.
minus 3.5, over under at 52.5. I know we're super high on the Chargers this year, but this is a game that I don't feel comfortable laying the 3.5 points. And I think the over under is money right here at
Yeah. So
52 and a
listen,
half.
I sat on the couch looking at these lines and I'm like, Chargers. And then I got to thinking, and I'm like, do I
Do it.
fucking trust them yet? And
I
I
don't.
don't. Do I think they honestly are the best team in that division? On paper, it's real easy for me to say yes, but like, guess what? They don't play the games on paper.
No, they
And
don't.
sometimes there's just those damn teams you can't trust.
Yeah.
And I do like them to win the game, but by a field goal and they don't cover, sure. The over could smash. This could be 38-35, but like that's a big over under for the NFL
For week one, for sure.
because it could be a hard fought 24-21 game,
Because I like both teams' defenses, man. I love
I just like both teams also.
the front four on both of those teams. They're going to get home. They're going to get pressure on the quarterback here. And the biggest knock against the Chargers last year was their inability to stop the run. What are we going to get out of the run game with Josh McDaniels? What are we going to get Josh Jacobs? Are we going to get Zamir? What are we really going to get? We don't know what to
We don't
expect out of the
know.
Raiders backfield.
No. I reserve the right after this game when the Chargers come out and lay a stinker when 80% of the crowd is Raiders fans. I reserve the right to be like, yeah, I take that. I reserve the right to overreact to week one about this game. Okay.
Okay. All right. So we'll pass on that game. That's another
Yeah.
one. Just sit
Hard
back and
pass.
enjoy it.
Enjoy the game, but hard pass.
All right. Stinker of the week, boys. Giants at the Titans. The Titans minus 5.5 at home. Over under 43.5. Give me the G-men.
Give me the Danny Dimes points.
Give me the G-men to cover here.
Yeah,
I love it.
feel the same. I'm telling you, the Titans are in for a disappointing season.
I respect that and I agree.
Suck, no. Disappointing season relative to expectations, yes.
Yeah. Did
I think they'll win this by like a field goal.
The Giants.
Well, I think the Titans will probably win the game, but I think it'll be close. I won't be shocked if the Giants win. I won't be, shocked if Saquads goes out there and just shows King Henry, I'm the king now. Look at me, I'm the captain now.
See my ping logo blending in with the SoFi.
Yeah, fancy.
It's got me all goofy here. All right. I like the Giants to cover the 5.5 here. I really do.
I actually like it for like a unit.
Okay, so We didn't put the Ravens in the teaser. What if we tease the Giants up to 10
Up
and
to
a
like,
half?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, because they could come out and play like garbage and
And
be down
still cover the 10 and a
17
half.
and we got that backdoor cover.
10 and a half.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we've got Colts minus 2.5, Giants plus 10 and a half.
Yeah.
And then there's one more team that I like to throw into that.
Okay.
All right. Big game. Two teams that we have massive question marks on.
Yeah.
Chiefs at the Cardinals. The Cardinals are getting 5.5 at home here.
I like the Cardinals plus 5.5 at home.
Yeah.
Also, they always ball out for the past few years. They've been very good the first half of the season. Kyler's fully healthy. He hasn't taken knocks. I know there's no D Hop, but he's got his deep threat. He's got Hollywood Brown. James Conner is healthy as of now because I mean it's week one. I really like them getting 5.5 at home.
All right, dude, hear me out here.
Okay.
I just have this feeling. I just have this gut feeling that there's a lot of negativity going towards the Chiefs.
And they're gonna blow the
This
fucking
just
doors off of them.
screams Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and Juju coming out, and obviously Travis Kelce, and just laying the wood on a team that people have high hopes for and saying, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I also
A well-rested Chiefs team as well.
Yeah. Can I make a claim that the over hits, but I don't feel comfortable playing it?
Yeah, we'll lean. We'll pull the lean. The over 53.
I don't like actually making a play on this game personally.
No, neither do I.
My head says the Cardinals cover 5.5 at home, but you're right. I mean, if an ass beating happens, it's definitely the Chiefs coming out with an "fu, we're here."
Agreed completely. All right, next game we're gonna cover is last 4 o'clock game here. I'm gonna let you take this one first.
All right, so I'm calling us
Well,
out.
hold on. Let me announce the line. I know you're antsy here, but goodness gracious. Green Bay at Minnesota. Minnesota getting 1.5 at home. Over under 47.5. Go ahead.
All right, we are taking the Vikings and the points because you know what? We can't run our mouths about how they're going to win the division and not take them to beat the Packers at home. We cannot do that. If we think they're going to win this division, or at the very least, put up a damn good fight for it, then they're winning this game. Justin Jefferson has more talent in his left pinky toe than the entire Packers receiving corps. Okay? And I have a feeling like Dalvin Cook, right? I don't think he's going to see 25, 30 touches every game, but boy, is he going to have space with the touches he gets. This Minnesota NFL version of the air raid is going to be fun as hell to watch.
I agree. All right. So, all right. I want to have one like little juicy play, and it's not like crazy, but what about an alternate line here?
Okay, what alternate line are you thinking? Vikings money line, just Vikings to win.
Minnesota minus 6.5.
Oh,
Oh,
well, yeah.
just
What
a little frisky.
What plus what number? What are we looking at here?
Hang on, let me pull it up here.
It's got to be at least plus 200, right?
Yeah, I would assume so. Alternate spread. Vikings. Get the Green Bay Packers out of my face. Vikings minus 6. 220.
So, if you want to put a unit on that instead of a unit and a half on them at plus 1.5, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I like
Because
that.
there are some, yeah. I mean, they're about to show us. I know week one, I can't really make that claim they're going to show us if they're for real because it is week one, but this is big. This is big.
I can't wait to hear the skull chant, man. I can't wait to see Aaron Rodgers all pissed off at these rookie receivers. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Mini 1 unit minus 6.5 at +2. We are all, listen, the division winner parlay was placed. It's official. I'll post a picture of the slip. It's 100 to win 55,000. Minnesota taking this week one game is a step in the right direction. It is a
Yeah.
step in the right direction.
Yeah, you don't want to let Green Bay get up to an early lead.
No,
They
sir.
like the front run.
That's
and
right.
pour it
All
on.
right. All right. Sunday Night Football.
Good game.
Rematch of last year's opener. Bucks Cowboys. Cowboys getting 2.5. Over under 50.5.
My feelings on the Raiders Chargers game are pretty much equal on this one.
I agree.
I don't have a play I love, but boy, I love the game.
I agree. What are we really going to get out of Dallas? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Is that defense going to be as opportunistic as they were last year?
Well,
Probably
no. I'm not an analytics stats guy. I say that all the time, but regression to the mean is a big thing. You don't come out for 8,000 defensive touchdowns one year and do it the second year in a row. It doesn't happen. It always goes back towards the middle. Always. I don't even know if Trevon Diggs is a good corner without the takeaways. When he gets them, it's awesome. When Mike Evans catches 3 jump balls in his face in 3 drives in a row, my question is, what are we getting out of the Cowboys offense? Because if they can keep it close, I think we're in for a good game.
No, dude. Yeah, I'm right on. I'm right on par with you there. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, when we know what we're getting out of Tampa's offense.
Yes, we do.
I don't care if he's 45 or if he's 95. We know what we're getting out of Tampa's offense.
Yes, we do.
And if Leonard Fournette can play like he played last year before he got hurt, oh baby, oh baby.
Why couldn't he? I've realized there was a lot of Lenny hate and fat
He
jokes.
caught 70 balls last year before he got hurt.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good running back. Is he ever going to justify number 4 overall? No, of course not. But is he a really good, is he a good running back? Yeah, he is. And I still
don't know,
stand by watching clips of him as a freshman at LSU. His injuries took his top end explosiveness away.
Yes.
People forget how fast he was for how big he was.
He was a freak.
Yeah. But you know what? I still love him even for his rookie season in Jacksonville. Obviously, that's my best Jags season memory ever. You're a few minutes away in New England from potentially making to the Super Bowl where they would have won, I think. But anyways, I mean, and he was part of that season. So I always have fond memories of Lenny, Even that rookie season in Jacksonville, remember?
Yeah.
Explosive. And then he hurt his ankle halfway through the season and he was still good, but he wasn't ripping off any more 80-yard runs.
Yeah. I think this is a sit down Sunday night, dreading Monday morning, and just enjoy the game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I don't have a Monday night game to look forward to. Sheesh. Well, at least I can go to bed at halftime.
I've got a Monday night play, and this is my third team in our teaser.
Oh yeah.
Broncos at Seahawks, dude.
I liked him at -6.5, but
I am so lost. I don't care if Denver's on the road and Cincinnati's at home. I am so confused how you can have the same spread on this game that you have on the Steelers-Bengals game.
I guess week one, because the Steelers one makes no sense, division rivals, but if this was week 10, dude, this is a 14.5, 15-point spread.
Talk about looking at positions and finding a team that's better at every single position. Give me, obviously, just glaring advantage at quarterback, glaring advantage at running back, glaring advantage in the offensive line. And I like Denver's receiving core more. Yes, DK Metcalf
wide
is
receiver one more, but yeah, the core as a whole, yeah.
Yeah, DK, obviously, I would take over Cortland Sutton. Sure. But Tyler Lockett is not going to be the threat that he was with Russell Wilson. He's a downfield threat. He's a deep ball guy. A guy to watch out for. KJ Hamler. That is his
Yeah,
new Tyler
'cause
Lockett.
he's filling the Tim Patrick role. That
He's one,
sneaky
dude,
third
he is
receiver
top
with
1% speed. KJ
yeah,
Hamler is a
oh, he
burner.
mhm. Yeah, no, that
And then on defense, obviously, give me Denver on the defensive line, the linebacking core, and the secondary all day.
they are gonna beat the brakes off of the Seahawks.
Yes. Listen, I'm throwing them in that 5-point teaser, getting them down to 1.5. That's our 5-point teaser. Giants plus 10 and a
Dude,
half.
throw them in a 5-point teaser and give them to me at minus 11.5. I don't care.
The opposite teaser.
Whatever. Shoot my
Um,
odds through the roof.
all right, so that's our plus 185-point teaser. It is the Colts minus 2.5, the Broncos minus 1.5, and the Giants plus 10.5.
I like that a
That's
lot.
plus 180.
And if you fuck us Giants. Because if anybody screws us there, it's
It
gonna be
has to be them. It has to be. That's 100%. It's not going to be the two favorites.
no.
No way. All right, so I want to. Oh, there's a week 1 special on FanDuel that I saw.
Okay.
Just gonna throw it. I didn't even look at, like, I didn't break it down for the 1:00 games, but each team in the 1:00 games to have 1 passing touchdown. 50-1 on your money.
Okay. Let me just hold on one sec.
Just run through. I mean, Bill. Okay, so
Steelers, Bengals, probably.
yes,
Eagles, Lions, yeah.
yeah.
Colts, Texans, yeah. Because
I think Davis Mills gets one. Why not?
yeah. Saints, Falcons could be iffy.
Could be. But
Could
listen,
be.
this is why you're getting 50-1 on it.
Oh yeah. Ravens, Jets. I definitely think so. The
Pats
only one that could be
Dolphins.
iffy there is if Lamar honestly runs 3 in, but
Yeah, Pats Dolphins. I fully expect Mac to throw at least one. Tua's going to get one.
yeah.
Browns Panthers. Yes.
Ooh.
You think Jacoby gets shut down?
I mean, he's not god awful, but I could see him not throwing one there.
Okay.
49ers, Bears.
Listen, there's a lot of question marks here.
Yeah. And I'm just going through looking, and then
50-1, man.
oh, well, yeah. I mean, you play that in a heartbeat. If
All
you're
right, so
degenerate, you don't pass those odds up.
0.2 units to win 10.
Yeah.
Just a little sprinkle. A little salt bay.
0.2 can be the official recommendation, and you go out there and do what you want.
0.2 units on week 1, 1:00. Okay. All right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plays on games here.
Okay.
Do you want to narrow that down to 6, or do you want to keep it at the 8? Let's just run through them, and we'll rank them confidence wise. The teasers stay.
Teaser's in. That's set. We love that.
The teaser's locked in.
Okay.
Then you have the Panthers minus 1.5.
Love it.
Okay. Pats Dolphins under 46.5.
Love it. That jumped out to me more than any other over/under.
Okay, so I think those 3 stay in.
Yep.
Eagles minus 3 against the Lions. Okay, which one do you like more? Eagles minus 3 or the under 44.5 in the Pittsburgh Cincy game?
I think I like the. I don't know. I do like them both. I'm not like, oh my god, yeah, love on both.
Okay. Do you like them both more than the Ravens over 26.5?
I love that.
You love the Ravens over 26.5?
Yeah.
Agreed. Okay. So there's 4.
I think the Jags stay, not just being a homer, but you instantly said, I think they win the game. I said, I think they win the game. So if we get them at +3.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that leaves us 3 plays left, and that's the Minnesota minus 6.5, which we can cut that. That's fine. Or we can stay with it. That's fine.
No. We're playing it.
The under 40. Okay. So that's in.
Just the unit, but we're playing it.
Yeah, just 1 unit. All right. So we're going to cut one of these. We're going to cut the Eagles minus 3 or the Steelers Bengals under 44.5. No matter what we pick here, we're probably going to cut the wrong one.
Yeah. Here's my thing.
Like, let's add the units. We got 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 12.2.
That was about what we did week 1 last year. I don't think we went overboard week 1. Plus, we had a couple college last year, which we're not like ready for that yet.
Let's just keep them all.
What?
Keep them all.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
because
Yes.
we're better off playing them both and only hitting, I guess one of them
than picking the wrong one.
Yeah, because
Okay. All right. So the official plays here. Steelers, Bengals, under 44.5. Eagles minus, and that's a 1.5 unit play. So it's 1.5 on that. Eagles -3 at a -115. That's a 1.5 unit play. The Ravens over 26.5 points. That's a 2 unit play.
Yes.
Okay. 2 units on the Ravens. Pats Fins under 46.5. That's a 2 unit play.
Yeah.
Agreed. Panthers -1.5. That's a 2 unit play.
Yes.
Or wait, were we going Panthers money line just to avoid that one point win?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that. Just be safe.
Panthers money line at -1. Let me double check the odds here just to make sure.
Okay.
Because I don't want to say the wrong thing and then get scrutinized. You said 130 and I got 133.
There's a 17-cent difference.
Yeah, and that'll happen, dude. It's always like, where'd you get 130? My best line's -136. I'm like, okay, like, no, I'm not mocking you guys, but I'm mocking you guys. Okay, wow. So since we started, the lines moved to 2.5, but the money line's still sitting at a -120.
Yes.
Love that. Okay, so 2 units -120. Sure. Jags +3, 1.5 units.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, that's a -120 as well. Minnesota -6.5. That's a 1 unit play at +220. The 0.2 units to win 10 units on every team having a passing touchdown in the 1 o'clock games. And then the teaser. That's the Giants +10.5, the Colts -2.5, and the Seahawks -1.5. That's at +180. 3 ball?
2.5 Giants tax.
2.5. All right.
I'm fine with 3 if you want 3.
No. Honestly, 2 units. 2 is fine. Let's do 2.
Okay. All right.
2 units. All right. So those are the plays, guys. We are right at an hour and 2 minutes. This worked out really well. This is right at the time we wanted to keep. And we went in depth on some of these games. You went on a little Jags rant, and then we got to the Bucks. You went on a little Lenny rant. So yeah, this is good. This was good timing. I'm super excited, dude. Week 1's finally upon us, and I can't wait to see what the next 17 weeks after this have in store.
Yeah.
It's exhilarating.
I can't wait for tomorrow night. I don't even care if the game ends up being a dud, as these huge matchups can tend to be sometimes, because the anticipation, it's going to be like Christmas morning, man. Like, all day is going to feel like the days leading up to Christmas. Like, I'm just pumped. I want to see Carrie Underwood. I want to see her legs on the screen. I want to hear her singing. And I want to get pumped. Yeah, and I don't even know what broadcasters we're going to have tomorrow, because it's not the prime Thursday night. It'll be the NBC, right? Yeah, because it's the Sunday night football, but it's on Thursday night. We get to see a packed LA crowd in, honestly, that gorgeous stadium. That thing is, wow, look at it behind you. It is a beautiful stadium. It's like a modern work of art. Josh Allen, Matt Stafford, man, it's just going to be awesome. And then we get that just to wet our whistle. And then Friday at work, is just going to drag. And then we got college all day Saturday, and then boom, it's NFL Sunday.
Yeah. So look forward to the player props for tomorrow night. We will make some player props, because we're not going to listen. I'm not going to sit down for the first NFL game of the season and not have action on it. There's no chance. It's just not going to happen.
There's going to be a Gabe Davis player prop, because if Jalen locks down Diggs, somebody's getting the ball.
Agreed. And like I said, I like both WR2s in this game, like Allen Robinson in this game, like Gabe Davis in this game. And I also like a little Devin Singletary. I think he might solidify that number one job and put the James Cook hype on the back burner. Go Dogs, James Cook. I hope you have a great career, but I do like
He's a
Devin
rookie running
Singletary.
back, so I could see him having a lot more impact second half of the year than first half of the year. So,
All right, man. That's all I got. I'll give us a little outro song here, and I know you'll appreciate it.
I can feel that in my soul. Yeah. Let me just inject that right in there.
I have full-blown goosies right now,
Yeah.
man. Just every hair on my body is completely raised up. I just want to say, impact these nuts. What did he just? I don't even know what that even means.
I have a parting shot I'd like to give when you're done as
Yes.
well. Just
No, go ahead, because I have one as well. Go ahead.
So my final message to everybody listening is if you drink IPAs, don't. Do not drink a beer that was specifically designed to not go bad, not to taste good. It was created to survive a sea voyage. It was made to not go bad, but you're drinking it, pretending it tastes good, so you and all your little hipster friends can feel cool. Guess what? It tastes like shit.
All right, I have something a little more serious. And I do this probably once or twice a year, but it really hits home as of late. Um, we have a very good friend who's struggling right now with some health concerns, and just don't, you know, don't take days for granted. Um, live every day to the fullest, and make sure you let the people know that you love them, because it's super important, and they might need it more than you know.
Mm-hmm.
So this episode is dedicated to Jordan Hammer. We love you, and I'll see you in a week, man. Take it easy, guys, and we'll talk to you next week.